So I'm 20 years old. I'm still very new. I'm very young in the online business space, I would say. So sometimes I need to kind of take a step back and realize, there's still a lot of things I can improve on. I'm still very new to this, and I'm still going through experiences where I'm learning things for the first time. I think one of the key things that I've really taken a step back and realized recently is, in actual fact, it's quite ironic because taking a step back from your business or taking a step back from what you're doing to achieve your goals can actually sometimes help you in the long run. I've always thought, kind of like a streak. Like, I need to work every single day to keep the streak going. If I miss out on one day, I'm cooked. And that's not necessarily the case. Now, I still do think that you need to be contributing and doing something every single day. There's not been a single day in the last year where I've just like not done anything at all and just forgot that my business completely exists. That's just not possible for me. Like, I'm so obsessed with the process that it's literally impossible for me to do that. However, I have come to realize that sometimes if you just put in like 10% or 20% for just one day or 2 days, it actually opens up so many more ideas and so much more potential for the future, because you just like take not a rest, but you just kind of bring yourself back a little bit and you see the bigger picture. So, like, for example, when I'm working on my business, let's say for example my TikTok pages, my faceless TikTok pages, every single day I'm locked in 100% posting, trying to think of new ideas, posting, trying to make the highest quality content, all these sort of things. But when you're so locked in and kind of in the mix, you can't see the bigger picture. You can't see, okay, what's that guy doing and what's working well for him? How can I apply this for myself? I'm just so focused on me and my own pages, trying to go viral, trying to think of the newest ideas. Whereas in actual fact, the days where I just take a step back and I just chill a little bit and just think like, bro, what can I actually do? What new ideas can I think of? That's where I think of the ideas which go on to make me leverage and actually scale. So it's very important, I feel like, once in a while, whether it's once every week or once every 2 weeks or once every month or once every 2 months, at least, in that sort of amount of frequency, that you just take a step back and you don't have to put 100% in every single day. Because as good as it is for your ego, and I still struggle this to this day, I want to say like, oh bro, I put 100% in every single day, I do 14 hours every single day, because most of the time I do genuinely do that. But there is the odd day or low-key just chill and I might do 2 3 hours. I'm still contributing very well, I'm still progressing, but I'm also giving myself like an extra 10 hours in the day for my brain to just roam free and just think of new ideas. And in actual fact, I'm going away to Greece for a couple of days, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Typically, when I started going away or started visiting foreign countries or just going on a holiday or vacation for you Americans, I would just like be like, no, bro, you're still working every single day, you're still putting in all the hours. And I would go away with my family and I would still be working on my business for like 8 to 10 hours a day. And I've just come to realize that, bro, that's actually kind of unhealthy. Like, not just for me mentally to just have a bit of a detox, but also for the business. Like, I'm still holding myself back by doing more. I'd actually be more beneficial if I just chilled out a little bit. So when I go away, like, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to chill out. In fact, I'm probably barely going to pick up the camera, because I feel like that's another thing that kind of, I love to vlog for you guys. I love to show you guys and document the process, which I have done on the page, and you've seen me on the come up recently. But sometimes picking up the camera, it stops me thinking about, how can I improve the business, because I'm so focused on, oh shit, I need to record this moment and that moment, or I need to document this, I need to show everyone what I'm doing. Like, just to actually, put the camera down for a bit and just solely think and just think. I'm going to be sat by the pool. I'm just going to be thinking of new ideas, or just like letting my brain just kind of rest and just get into that mode of thinking of the new ideas, because that's where you're going to think of the best things that are actually really going to allow you to leverage and scale the best. So it's very important sometimes, especially when you're taking some time away or like you're going into a new environment, that you just chill. It's sometimes better to chill. Just put 20-30% of effort. You're still contributing, you're still progressing on the day. Maybe not as much as you could, but in the long run, you're allowing yourself to progress way more because you're thinking of those new productive ideas that you could potentially do. So I feel like that's just something I wanted to speak about and get off my chest, because I feel like it's going to help a lot of you guys. It's amazing to be obsessed with the process. I still very much, am, and I cannot see myself not being obsessed with what I'm doing at the moment. Just for a bit of context, the main business model that I'm in at the moment is essentially monetizing off of TikTok. There's a lot of short form platforms like YouTube Shorts and stuff that pay well as well, but my main interest for the past couple of years has been TikTok, especially through the Creatorwoods program, which I started out with, which is essentially where TikTok pay you for views. So like for 1 million views, you'll get around $1,000 for the most part if you have a good RPM. But also recently TikTok Shop, wow, it's just been an insane opportunity, and I've been pushing a lot of my students and creators to really double down and lock in with Shop as well, because the ceiling at which you can earn on a TikTok Shop account is just insane. In fact, this last month going, we just had a creator do $35,000 in pure profit, no costs, like 100% pure profit, which is insane. So just from one account as well, completely faceless content too. So that's another area of TikTok that's been doing insane. And like I said, when you're 100% in the mix and you're just focusing on making the best content over and over again, 100% every single day, you don't get the opportunity to just sit back and think, okay, what is someone else doing that I can implement into mine, or what is like a new unique idea I can think of. You don't really get that opportunity. So for you guys that are starting any form of online business, whatever it is, or even if it's not online business, maybe if it's like you're revising for a really important exam, sometimes instead of just sitting there and studying 100%, it's actually good to just take a step back, whether you go for a walk, whether you sit down, whatever, just take a step back and actually, in the long run, whether a long run is 2 weeks for you or if it's 2 years for you, you're going to become more productive and more successful off of those things that you think of in that moment in time. But yeah, guys, as you can see behind me right now, I'm just doing some work. I'm excited to go to a different country. The UK weather recently has been kind of trash as well, so to go and experience some sun and just reset the mind a little bit and just think forward, write some stuff down in my notes on how I want to move in. The thing is, when you take a bit of time off as well, you're so eager to get back in and put 100%. There's been sort of times where I haven't been able to put in 100% to the business because I've had to attend like a family event or do something where it means I'm not at my setup. And I just know over those couple of days where I'm away from the setup, I'm just eager to get back and it just builds like a new level of motivation. So that's another thing that you can think of. It's not always negative if you're restricted from your work for a short period of time. You know, it's going to give you loads more motivation and you're just going to be so eager to just get back to it and just lock in again, especially if you're someone that's obsessed with the process. And that's why I really do think the key thing to succeeding and making money, because for a bit of context, you know, a year ago today I was in university. I was probably, what month is it now? It's June. So in fact, in June I was starting to build up to a decent bit of income, maybe a couple thousand a month. But the prior months to that, maybe we're talking April, May, I really wasn't making too much money. But yeah, at that point in time, that's when I started to make a decent amount of money. And then now, fast forward to this month, I mean, last month I did $77,000, which is pretty crazy. In fact, it's not my biggest month, but it's one of the bigger months, and we keep looking to scale. Sometimes certain bits hold me back, sometimes certain months that just you can't really control the sort of customer behavior in certain months, but I'll keep pushing to try and get to that 6-figure amount consistently. That's what I'm really aiming for at the moment. And it's just all, from my opinion, come from obsession. I just can't remember the last time where I haven't felt obsessed with the process. And that's also why it's been a bit hard for me to drop the ego and be like, bro, you don't need to work 10 hours a day, just do 2 or 3 and then let yourself sit back, because I'm just so obsessed. Like, I actually want to be working. And if you can drill that into your mind, and if you can get into that mode, you're going to be unstoppable, and success is literally inevitable. Right, so at the moment we're on a call inside the upgrade. We have Asha right here, one of the coaches. She's hosting the call in here. And we're dropping some crazy sauce on here, like some new content styles for shop that no one's ever spoken about before. Like, this is some fire stuff that I'm sure there's people in the call right now writing down notes and shit. So it's looking clean, bro. I'm about to chef up real quick. Cheese, bacon, sausages. Alright, it doesn't look the best, but I can tell you that's gonna slap. All that cheese is melted in there. I'm just missing ketchup, man. Fuck. This right here is just top tier, man. Weather's beaming as well. Greece is so beautiful, bro. The sun's just beaming. There's like no clouds, nothing. Mountains in the background. Oh, bro, my feet. So give me some W's in chat right now. I'll get you guys in the vlog. You'll see the setup that I'm doing this call from right now. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys' DMs when I can. Great call, loads of sauce dropped. And we'll probably do the next call. You guys are getting crazy. Next call will probably be hosted by Asha, and then the one after that, I'll host that, so yeah. Yes, boys, this is a spot right here. I'm gonna give you a quick tour. I've literally been sat here, yeah, just doing work, just sat in the sun. Look at the olive trees, the pool, the view, like, bro, it's just slapped. I've literally just been sat down there, just doing work off my phone in the sun. Not burnt yet, so we're chilling. Get some free toe picks right there. Bit annoying that they're cutting the grass now, but hopefully some nice background noise. Right, boys, this is the setup for the next couple of days. I'm not going to vlog too much. In fact, I'm not going to vlog at all. I didn't bring my camera. I'm literally just here for a couple of days. I brought my spare phone. I'm posting my TikTok shop videos on there. And actually my CRP videos I have scheduled from my PC, which is amazing. So I don't even have to worry about those. They're just posting on autopilot. But yeah, just going to chill here. I've not brought my camera because I'm literally on the camera every single day, whether I'm vlogging, I'm making TikTok videos. Just need like a couple of days off of that, just so I can fully reset, thinking of new ideas and stuff. And I'm still working in the background. I got my MacBook. Still running the calls inside the inner circle, all that good stuff, so we're still locked in. But yeah, just to enjoy the sun a little bit. As you can see, this setup is just absolutely perfect. So I'll see you guys when I'm back in the UK. Bro, there's so many of these lizards. It's actually crazy. They're so... Oh, he's gone. Alright, we are back in the UK. The first thing I'm doing, got a call in 20 minutes. Oh, it's not even powered on. Bro, I've got to turn all the power on, shit. You know, the cable management, I need to fix this ASAP. Yeah, first thing we're doing, PC on, locking in. We've got an inner circle call. About to drop some crazy game and then I need to unpack. Someone tell me why it's low-key hot in the UK right now. Like, it was 35 degrees when I was in Greece. And it feels hot. Well, it's because of the balls and shit, to be fair, but it feels hot in here. Alright, cool, wrapped up. Ignore how messy my room is. I need to fully unpack all of this shit, bro. I just got a new packaging, bro. This zip up is actually impeccable. I can't be able to even put it on, but this is the most beautiful thing I've bought in a while. I had to re-up for the summer as well, some nice shorts, and I'm still keeping the spot because these lot just make the best basics I've ever seen. Quality is insane. But yeah, I need to look at all this mess, bro. I need to sort this out, fix the setup up. Got the electrolytes on go because I'm feeling hella dehydrated. Got food there, it's hella messy, but yeah, we gotta get back in that mode. Yeah, after the call, literally just got myself a decaf coffee because I'm a fucking nerd, and really exciting, yeah. TikTok Shop is out in Brazil and we have a couple Brazilian students. Now, these guys were cooking in the UK and US. I've shown a couple of their results in the past, but now we're going to take over the Brazilian market as it's brand new. One thing about me is I'm always going to focus on like every single different market. Like, I'm not going to strictly hold myself to the UK or only have knowledge on the US, for example. Like, I'm going to try and help and try and get myself as knowledgeable as possible in every market because I can apply it to myself. Let's say, for example, something goes viral in Germany. I'm going to look and see if that's viral in the UK. If it's not, I'm going to take advantage of it and do it myself. It's really important to understand how other markets work. And of course, they are going to work very differently. For example, the Brazilian market is definitely going to work completely differently to how the UK one does, just because of things that you can't really control, like the sort of average wage, average income there, sort of how much they're willing to impulse buy on a product. Or in comparison to like the weather, like what sort of products are going to be trending at different times of the year. It's going to be different in Brazil and the UK, do you understand? So there's a lot of differences there. But it's very important to understand how these markets work, and I feel like a lot of people neglect that. They kind of just only focus on when they do. In fact, when I started off TikTok Shop, one of my first pages was a US page. Because I did CRP in the US already, I just thought, why don't I just try the US? I managed to get an LLC set up pretty quickly. Got that sorted and I made a decent amount of money. I can't even remember, maybe a couple thousand, maybe like 3,000-4,000 in the US. And that's when I saw the potential and I was like, okay, why don't I just lock in the UK too? And yeah, best thing ever. So it's really important to kind of look at different markets as well. You would have seen from the results, we have a lot of people from like Germany, France, Spain's one that's been popping off as well recently. So we've got students from all over these places, and I'm really studying these markets and helping them get the best results possible. We're getting people to like €1,000 days already, which is just crazy. Alright guys, I'm shortly about to hop on a call with Caesar to break down exactly how he did $35,000 in a single month with TikTok Shop last month. So if you want to go ahead and see the full interview, it's going to be on my main channel. I'm going to link it in the description for you guys to check that out. But yeah, this is going to be a banger call with Caesar. Alright boys, driving to the gym now, and the weather, oh my days. I come back to the UK and the weather is absolutely banging. What's going on, bro? We're getting blessed out here. Should low-key go for a run today, but no, I'm going to the gym now. I'm going to hit a nice session, then we'll get back to work. Can't get over this weather, man. What is going on in the UK right now? Alright boys, pulled up at the gym, beautiful days, not even busy either. Fucking perfect. Boys, I forgot my AirPods, so I'm listening to music out my fucking glasses. Man, then free the cards in the mirror right now. Why are my cards looking so fat, bro? Bro, that looks weird as fuck. Guys, I really do recommend reinvesting in yourself once you start to make a bit of money. And when you reinvest it, I'm specifically talking about, you know, your health. Like, I was going to a gym that cost me like £15-20 a month, nothing crazy, just a very regular gym. And since upgrading my gym, like, that one has a spa, like, it has everything, it's so open. Like, it makes me not even, like, I've always gone to the gym, I've always turned it no matter what, but it's just like a much more pleasant experience. Yeah, like I was saying guys, like, reinvesting in yourself, especially for your health, is so important. That gym right there has everything. It has a spa, has obviously a big gym, really nice and open, super pleasant to use, smells nice. Like, it's just like, bro, I think that one cost me like £130 a month. The one I was going to before cost me £20. It's £100 month difference, and it's so much better to just reinvest in yourself and give yourself a more pleasant experience, because your health is so important. Even just going to the gym, like, I don't do it just for like the fitness side of things, I do it for the mental space. Like, just put myself outside my room, getting away from my desk and just changing up the scenery is actually really important to do throughout the day as well. So if you guys do start making a lot of money, I really, well, not even a lot, just a little bit of money, I'd really recommend, even if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're making a decent amount of money, just reinvest it into yourself in something like a gym. We have a spa. It just helps with the mindset and just allows you to become more productive. I really do think it's a good investment. It's not like a gimmick. at all. Your health is so important. Alright boys, it is home time. Let's run it up. 2025, we're still on some struggle meal shit. Just going for the DMs of the students right now. W Ashton, he's already run up £130 at like 3 o'clock, which is fire. Hopefully going to do an insane day. Good, perfect. Right, sweet. So today's basically going to be an onboarding call for the inner circle. So I'm just going to break down how it works, and then we can kind of talk about a plan specifically for you, really, just like the best way for you to make as much money as possible. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. No problem. Okay, sweet. Let's get into it. So let me share my screen quickly first. In here, we also have like an AI style. So this is one of the inner circle members as well. They did this page. And so this is all AI as well. You never need the product in your hand. So I'll send all these options. And after the call, you can just have a watch through them and basically decide which one you prefer to do. In my opinion, I think the best one to definitely do. Ashton ended up cooking today. I posted earlier in the vlog that he had oh no, here it is. £130 at 3 o'clock, and he finished on 350, which is fire. Gonna go and try and break his record and go for his first £500 day tomorrow as well, which is fire, because Ashton literally started what we're teaching on TikTok Shop like 2 weeks ago, so to already be up to this level is insane. And he is also someone that's inside the inner circle. As you can see today, he did 300 in commission, and then the seller gave him a bonus on top of that as well, which is fire. So yeah, easy day right here. Live streams, as you guys have probably been seeing, are cooking at the moment. I'm really pushing them heavily in there. As you can see, W Tane, bro's been running them up and getting his first solid viewers. This is what the setup looks like. Fire as fuck. So whilst I was away in Greece, one kind of fire thing is the fact that my dad is crazy into cars, especially BMWs. So when I had the opportunity to buy a car, it was always going to be a BMW. And obviously locked in the M4. But I was away, so obviously I couldn't use the car, and low-key I was missing it. I took it for a drive earlier today, as you've seen in the vlog, to the gym. But there was a show on that he goes to where I don't know who it is. It's like some super famous guy that used to be in a band, and he has probably the most crazy car collection in the UK. It's fucking ridiculous. Probably hundreds of millions. I'm not even joking. But he goes to that show, and my dad took the M4, bro. He was loving that shit. I'm sure he was appreciating that more than me. He took his friend in the car. That is so sick to me that my dad can experience the car as well and enjoy it. It genuinely makes me so happy that. Obviously, I'm going to get enjoyment out of it, but I'm sure he appreciates it so much more, because my dad used to have, he's had a lot of cars, but I remember specifically a 340i that he had, and I just always really enjoyed that car. And then obviously M4 is Lukey, a bit of an upgrade from that, so to enjoy and experience that car as well, it's just fire for him. I'll show, I think there's a couple clips the sick thing is literal kids all lining up to take a photo of my car. I wish I was there to have seen it, because when I'm driving around, yeah, people get their phone out and start recording or look, and that's cool, but people are literally lining up to get their photo taken with my car. There were so many other cars there as well. There was just McLarens lined up, Ferraris lined up, but the younger generation, I think, just the M cars, they love them. So loads of kids were just lining up to take photos of my car, and I thought that was so far. I wish I was there to experience it, but I'll go to some car shows or something in the future, be able to drive it myself. But I just thought it's a sick thing that other people can appreciate and enjoy it. But yeah, guys, I'm low-key just going to wrap up the vlog here. I know there wasn't too much content, because obviously I was away for quite a while, and in that time period I just needed to chill on the recording. For me, I even find it difficult to vlog whilst I'm working, because if you haven't been able to tell by my content, I'm a very work focused person, especially right now as I'm building and I'm just trying to scale everything. I'm so focused on work, sometimes I do forget to pick up the camera. But just to have a bit of time away, especially in a different country, just enjoy a bit of peace actually, was amazing. And I'm not saying, take your foot off the gas and just completely stop, because I could never do that. I feel like it's very hard to build momentum from there, and I'm just so obsessed with it that I can't completely stop. But I was still doing a bit of work on my phone, and most of the work on my laptop as well whilst I was out there. I was still putting in probably a bit too much than I should have for going away, but it is what it is. It's just how I am. But the camera stuff especially, I just wanted to chill on it for a bit, because I'd be picking up the camera all the time, and I just wanted some time to just actually not have to subconsciously have that thought in my mind oh shit, I need to vlog this, or oh shit, I need to record this, just to actually get a bit of peace. Because sometimes it's very important to take not just a step back, but just a little bit of a break, and I'm 100% certain that always improves what I do on in the future. So for example, putting the camera down for a little bit of time, and then coming back to vlogs now, I'm sure the future vlogs are going to be better than ever. So it just gives me that extra motivation, and just gives me that feeling of just, being motivated and happy to pick up the camera again. But yeah, appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you do want to go ahead and apply for my inner circle, like I said, we just opened up new spots now, so I'd really recommend doing so if you want to secure one. I'm going to leave that link in the description, the Tarot Inner Circle. As you can see by some of the results of people in here, like Cesar, who did 35k in a month. Crazy results in there. These are the people I'm one-to-one mentoring. So if you would like to be guided throughout your TikTok journey and guarantee your first 5 figures online with TikTok. Otherwise, you get a full refund. Feel free to check that out. And if you're someone that's like completely brand new to TikTok, then again, I have a free training which is linked in the description too, which will just teach you all the fundamentals that you need to know about the business model, because it's a crazy opportunity right now. But yeah, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.